Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about 3 things that I wish I knew before purchasing my Tesla Model 3 Performance. I'm very new to the electric car world, so there's a lot of things that I'm still learning about my Tesla. I really like the car, and the gas savings are plentiful, which I will talk about in another video. If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and show your support. My channel has grown significantly, and it's all thanks to you guys. Let's get on with the video, shall we? The first thing I wish I knew about was charging the battery. Charging the battery sounds easy, right? Not quite. Apparently, you are supposed to only charge up to 80% of the battery for daily use. Otherwise, you might experience faster degradation of the battery. This is not just a Tesla thing. It applies to other electric vehicles using a nickel cobalt aluminum battery chemistry. Nickel cobalt aluminum, short for NCA, has a very high energy density, meaning that they are great for performance models, such as the one I have. But the drawback with this battery chemistry is that they should not be charged above 90%, since they are naturally less stable at higher states of charge and are more sensitive to degradation at these high states. The newer Teslas use lithium iron phosphate, short for LFP, which allows you to charge at 100% without seeing too much degradation. If I charged to 80% daily, I would not have enough range to commute back and forth to work and would have to charge in between. That's why I'm breaking the rules a bit and charging to 95% daily, so I can commute without charging in between. Don't be like me, do a lot of research on battery chemistry before purchasing an electric vehicle. The second thing I wish I knew about was the range accuracy. This Tesla Model 3 Performance original range when new was 498 kilometers at 100% charge. But now the total range, it can give around 460 kilometers at 100% charge because the vehicle is now 6 years old and the battery has degraded over the years. That's totally normal. Like I mentioned before, I now charge the car to 95% for my commute, which gives me 435 kilometers. A round trip to and from work is 212 kilometers, and at the end of the day, I'm only left with 90 kilometers of range, which makes no sense at all. If you do the math, I start off with 435 kilometers, and my whole work trip is 212 kilometers. 435 minus 212 is 223 kilometers. I'm supposed to be left with 223 kilometers when I get home, or somewhere near that number. But instead, I'm left with between 90 to 100 kilometers, which is just shocking to me how much consumption that is. I'll use my Lincoln MKZ hybrid as an example. If the estimated fuel range on the Lincoln is 800 kilometers, I achieve close to that estimated range, plus or minus 20 kilometers, which is reasonable and acceptable. Plus and minus 100 kilometers is a different story with the Tesla. Since my commute is 90% of the time on the highway, I end up having to drive faster, which in turn uses more energy than what is depicted. I tried everything to reduce my battery consumption. Some things I tried out were turning off the climate control, which did help save some battery, but not by much. I tried driving exactly at 60 miles per hour or 100 kilometers per hour, but didn't notice the difference. I don't have the aerodynamic wheels since this is the performance model, so I can't really comment on how effective the aerodynamic wheels are. Maybe the non-performance models get close to the estimated range? I'm not sure. If anyone has a regular Model 3, comment down below and let me know. The last thing I want to talk about is insurance cost. Insurance cost is higher for this Tesla, which I had no clue about. I thought it would be similar to a normal gas or hybrid vehicle, but no. The government knows you're saving lots of fuel money with the electric car, so they're trying to milk you out of money in other ways. When I had my 2019 Lincoln MKZ Hybrid, I only paid $160 Canadian per month. Now with the Tesla, I'm paying $275 a month, which is such a big jump from the Lincoln. When I questioned the insurance broker, he said electric cars are usually higher to insure because they are expensive to replace and the parts can be expensive as well. So go figure. On the bright side, it's been a month since I owned the Tesla, and in that 1 month I've driven over 5,200 kilometers, or 3,231 miles. And guess how much I've spent on electricity so far? Only $140 Canadian to drive that much, which honestly is such big savings. If this car can make it to 200,000 miles without having to replace the high voltage battery, it would be a win-win situation. So let's see if we can make it happen. Even if the battery goes out after 200,000 miles, I will still end up replacing it because at that point it'll still be worth it. Hope you found this video helpful, especially if you're in the market to buy a new Tesla. This is just my experience. That's it. Yours can be different. See you all next time.